Everybody had a point of view on एक इंडियन ब्रांड कितना पैसा चार्ज कर सकता है, एक इंडियन ब्रांड लीवाइस के अगेंस्ट कितना लेना चाहिए, एक इंडियन ब्रांड से मेरे को मार्जिन कितना मिलना चाहिए. आई एम संजय वखारिया एंड आई एम द को-फाउंडर CEO फॉर स्पाइकर जी. मैं सुई धागा लेके कांच बनाता था, बटन टाकता था. हमारे पास कुछ नहीं था तब जब हमने शुरू किया. I used to be a trouser maker. Today we probably at around 1300 crores. I see a lot of kids come and they talk. What do you want to do? They want to do a startup. पान का ठेला भी स्टार्टअप ही है. Once they enter, they understand कि भाई ये इतना easy नहीं है जितना लोग सोचते हैं करते हैं. You have to still bring in your gut and impulse because if it's just data, then everybody has data. I don't find anything this business can throw at me which I have not done. तो हमने दो ब्रांड स्टार्ट किए. एक था ओयो. On your own was the full form of that name. And this is
also the. Excuse me, sir. How old were you when you became a crorepati?
early 30s.
Early 30s. Can I know who am I here with?
I'm Sanjay Vakharia and I am the co-founder CEO for Spiker Jeans.
You became crorepati in early 30s selling jeans.
Selling jeans.
Yeah. How did that happen? I want to know.
Come in, we'll have a chat.
Okay, all right. What's the most amount of money Spiker has made in a single year?
First year I made 8 lakh rupees.
8 lakh.
Yeah, so that was my turnover.
Okay.
And so from there to where we are today, we probably at around 1300 crores. There have been many years where we made tons of money and there have been those years where we lost money as well.
Can you tell me about that year when you were facing losses? I mean, after starting Spiker?
Yeah, so I think this was very close to similar times when the Lehman Brothers crashed. 2007-8, there was a huge financial market meltdown. And that was a time when we had made very, very grand plans for expansion. I guess we also learned the most in those years. Looking back, I'm very happy where we are. So I guess it all goes back to the fact that the foundation was very strong and a few years did not shake us up.
I can understand, like, looking back at it right now, it's a little easier to say that वो कुछ साल थे काफी struggling वाले थे और काफी दिक्कतें हुई, but you got over that. But when you were in that time, when those days were passing by day, what was it like? What were the conversations in the building, in your office, or how did you keep the team motivated? Did you have to do any layoffs or anything like that?
So as you rightly said, look back, all of this sounds very cliche, but when you are in the mess that has been created, there have been times when you felt like ab kya karenge next, and the ab kya karenge was more out of the frustration that there were so many families dependent on us. Prasad Paprikar, who founded the brand, he was all about people, and one reason why people have stuck around at Spiker is also because the DNA which was built in this brand was all very people-centric, so people loved the place, and there were those days when we were in dumps, so I'll not say no to that. But I guess, ho gaya sab theek.
So how did the story and how did the journey for Spiker begin?
For me, it was a journey which started with my own brand called Rags. I met accidentally Mr. Prasad, and Mr. Prasad was already having a factory. I had a brand, and we wanted somebody to make the jeans for us.
Okay.
And that's how we got to know each other. Similar time, we kind of figured out Prasad wanted to have his own brand, and he offered that we should do a brand together. And I was in a partnership with somebody else. So we kind of, three of us, me, Akshay and Rajesh, there are two more colleagues of us, and Prasad bhai came together and started Spiker.
So what are the initial challenges that you faced while starting Spiker?
Challenges were more from intermediaries.
Okay.
I feel that the end customer does not throw up so many challenges. In a country like India where so many people are there, you don't need so much business to make ends meet for yourself. And you'll find those customers, or customers will find you whichever way. It is the intermediaries who become a challenge because they eventually have a lot of control in their hands. So in our case, it used to be the distributors. It used to be the retailers. Because everybody had their own point of view on fashion. Everybody had a point of view on एक इंडियन ब्रांड कितना पैसा चार्ज कर सकता है, एक इंडियन ब्रांड लीवाइस के अगेंस्ट कितना लेना चाहिए, एक इंडियन ब्रांड से मेरे को मार्जिन कितना मिलना चाहिए. तो these were very network led business challenges.
अपना पर्सनल कितना मनी इन्वेस्ट किया था while starting this brand?
So I was very lucky not to put a single rupee of mine.
That's okay.
सारा पैसा प्रसाद का लगा था. I came in with my intellect, my understanding of the market, my knowledge of denims, my knowledge of the distribution. The entire brand was built and constructed by me. Prasad bhai was a very strong manufacturer.
Okay.
He was the technical brain behind the business.
What has been the riskiest decision that you took for Spiker that worked in your favor?
So the most riskiest decision eventually also caused a lot of loss to us. So in 2007-8, we planned that we are very good at denim, so let's plan 2 more brands which are centered around denims.
Okay.
So हमने 2 brands start किए. एक था Oyo. On Your Own was the full form of that name. And
It
this
is also the
So Oyo came much later.
right, of course, yeah.
Much later. So we started Oyo as a brand, and we started another brand called Voto, VOTO. And then the Lehman Brothers happened.
हाँ जी.
So the cost we had to pay was we had to shut down Voto as a thought. And by that time, we had invested a lot in infra and all. So we lost that money. Oyo, we continued for 2-3 years, but we couldn't sustain Oyo.
What has changed about how you used to do business in 1992 to now in 2026?
पूरा बदल गया है. The delivery mechanism has changed. It used to be only the mom and pop stores. उसके बाद shop stop जैसे departmental stores आ गए. फिर ब्रांड्स के स्टैंड अलोन रिटेल आउटलेट्स आ गए यहाँ पे जैसा है. ई कॉमर्स आ गया इतनी बड़ी तरह से. सो मैकेनिज्म टू रीच द कस्टमर हैज चेंज अ लॉट. द वे यू मार्केट योर प्रोडक्ट हैज चेंज अ लॉट. अर्लियर इट यूज्ड टू बी टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया में ऐड कर लो, आपका काम हो जाता था.
अच्छा.
अब मीडिया फ्रैगमेंटेड है. आई ऑल्सो फील दैट emphasis and reliance on data has become a lot more. उस टाइम पे businesses were small. हमारा gut और हमारा impulse चल जाता था.
Right. Now it's a lot data driven.
You have to still bring in your gut and impulse, because if it's just data, then everybody has data. How do you make it your own idea? So your own gut and impulse also matters.
Fashion is something एक तो बहुत ही relative है to each and every person. Plus, as we discussed, it keeps on changing with time and again. How do you decide what should I, put into production, or what should I not, what will work, what won't work?
India is such a large market that you are just a tiny speck that you're serving, right? In terms of the number of customers. I feel that the kind of business that you want to do, the kind of product that you want to come out with is, we are still not there where that has become challenge to find customers for it. There are multiple customers out there, and many of them will come seeking your brand once they come to know what you make. So the marriage will happen. It's not necessary that at this level you need to be so exacting on what to make. You should make what your strengths are, and there are many more customers out there. Fashion has become very democratic.
Yeah.
Extremely democratic. And also customers and audience are matured. कोई अगर tight fit पहन रहा है, कोई अगर loose पहन रहा है, तो कोई एक दूसरे को they don't look down upon. So there is nothing really which you can say that ये बहुत trend में है. There are trends, but doesn't matter if you're not part of that trend. But if I don't have enough in denims, it's a question mark.
What's the best piece of advice that you've ever received?
The best piece of advice I have actually received is through a book which I had read.
Okay, what was that book?
The book is called Only the Paranoid Survive.
What is that advice?
That you need to be paranoid about things. Things are changing so fast.
हाँ.
हम ये नहीं सोच सकते कि मैं कल कुछ कर लूंगा. जो करना है अभी करना है. You have to be worrying about competition. You have to be worrying about consumers' changes on behavior, their taste. Everything you have to be mindful. You have to have a sense of urgency in what you do. And only then you are assured of having a place to fight. Half the time, you are not relevant to the market because you've been complacent. It just kind of added to what my thought was always, that we have to always think about what next and anticipate कहाँ जा रहा है trend, consumers कैसे बदल रहे हैं, trade कैसे बदल रहा है.
What do you see is the number one mistake that these young founders are doing these days?
They're chasing valuation. I feel valuation should be a byproduct. If you create the right reason to do your business, you create the right way to do the business, valuations have to follow. But sometimes, and I see a lot of kids come and they talk, what do you want to do? They want to do a startup. A startup is not a business. Okay? I mean, everybody
क्या
startup.
product है या क्या intention
पान का
है?
ठेला भी स्टार्टअप ही है.
Fair?
ठीक
True.
है.
Yeah.
तो आपके पास प्रोडक्ट क्या है, आपने
हाँ.
कहाँ से स्टार्ट करना है, कौन सा कस्टमर है आपका, तो वो सब कोई सोचता नहीं है. किसको सर्व करना है, क्या मार्केट्स को सर्व करना है, वो नहीं, मेरे को स्टार्टअप करना है. सो बेसिकली ये एक ऐसा जार्गन हो गया है
हाँ.
जो पीपल एंड द यंग किड्स ब्लाइंडली वांट टू एम्युलेट. बट वंस तो इट्स अ रॉन्ग थिंग, बट एट द सेम टाइम वंस दे एंटर दे अंडरस्टैंड कि भाई ये इतना ईजी नहीं है जितना लोग सोचते हैं करते हैं. सो माई एडवाइस वुड बी टू, यू हैव टू हैव a good idea. It could be a stupid one, but you put it on ground, start working on it, and I feel always doors open. I genuinely feel that one thing leads to the other. You will never find that everything that you have to do can be part of an Excel sheet. Sometimes you have to do and then allow that to nurture itself, to mature, and it will surely develop into something. You have to be persistent.
So what is that one thing that they don't teach in business school these days?
Everything the business school teaches is theoretical. I feel that there should be some serious work because business schools ideally should be enrolled in only after a few years of on-ground experience. But I've seen a lot of people now moving directly from graduation to postgrad business schools. It just stays a very theoretical exercise. So if you have some on-ground experience, it's very easy to relay what you're learning in a business school.
ऐसी कोई चीज है जो आपने सीखा? Any myth about entrepreneurship when you were starting out that you broke? या नहीं यार, ये तो नहीं सोचा था कि ये सब भी करना पड़ेगा या ऐसा भी होता है?
नहीं, थैंकफुली हम बहुत हम्बल बैकग्राउंड से आए। हमारे पास कुछ नहीं था तब जब हमने शुरू किया, तो ऐसा तभी भी कुछ नहीं था कि ये मतलब मेरे पास कोई था ही नहीं कि कुछ और कर लेगा, सब कुछ हमने ही करना था। वी हैव डन एवरीथिंग। कोई कारीगर नहीं आता है तो मैं सुई धागा लेके कांच बनाता था, बटन टाकता था, फ्यूजिंग करता था मेरे ट्राउजर्स का। आई यूज्ड टू बी अ ट्राउजर मेकर। सब कुछ कर लिया है, तो ऐसा आई डोंट फाइंड एनीथिंग दिस बिजनेस कैन थ्रो एट मी व्हिच आई हैव नॉट डन।
Sir, thank you so much. It was lovely meeting you, lovely talking to you, great insights. But before I let you go, is there a piece of advice that you'd like to give to the younger generation?
So I guess there's nothing that you can't do and achieve. I would say that for any business, you need either one customer or a product or a service. If you have any one of them, try and go and get it and try and get a business which has been there for a long time, because complacence creeps in every business, and a complacent business is the best business to get into.
That's very interesting. Thank you so much for the words of wisdom.
Thank you.
Lovely talking to you.
My pleasure.